today is about the difference between sublime, I hope I'm saying it right, and beautiful, because there is a difference. And you know what happened is, remember my experience in Los Cabos with the hurricane coming, and I went into this amazing state of talking to God and reviewing my life. Yes, and I kind of surpassed fear or worry or anything, where I was in a state of awe, for what was coming, and the experience and everything. And because I went into this state of reviewing my life and being happy, being satisfied that if it's my time to go, I'm okay. Yes. Yes, I would like to stay. Yeah, I think I have things I can do still, but if I have to do today, I have to go today, I'm okay with that. And I think that's a tremendous feeling. But talking to one of my assistants, that is Gonzalo, that many of you knows because he helps you sometimes if you have technical problems. He's actually a philosopher himself in life too, but he teaches philosophy in Argentina, in university. So what we were talking, and he says, Mabel, I heard about the experience that you had, and you have a sublime experience. That's what we call in philosophy, we call sublime experience. And I said, would you send me something to read to them, to explain? And as I was sharing with the Spanish people, in the live before this one, I was actually having more of, or recalling more of my experiences and how important that experience was for me, and for me to share it with you and to realize. So right now, after also reading, I compare it with, when you have a terrible pain, something happened to you physically, and the pain is so no bearing or insupportable, or I don't know how to say it in English right now. The word doesn't come, yeah? But you just cannot handle, yeah? Because the pain is so much that you get to a point that you don't feel the pain anymore. The pain is so bad, it's so terrible, that it gets to a point that you actually not feeling. It's like, I would say that the body has a way of numb it, somehow, or you are numb at that point or something. And yes, so I feel that that's kind of the experience that I had, that maybe, I went into a little bit of the worry, the fear and everything. And suddenly, I went to a completely different state by reviewing my life, by talking to God and saying, I know I didn't do it perfect. I did the best I could. Yes. But that took me to another, it put me in another level, and I think, as always, when we change perception, yes, if we change perception, anyway, so, okay. So what I'm saying, when I read to you today, you will understand it. I think you will understand it better, although it will not be a easy reading for me, because again, it's a little bit philosophical, a little bit of, hard words for me, but I will do my best, yes, to convey the idea. Okay. So, and as I'm sharing this with you, I'm sure things will come up for me to explain a little bit more of my own experience and what really this means and why it's so important. Yeah, because I think that we are going to go through things that we are not going to like that much, or we are already going through things, pressure, from family, from a government, from society, and things like that. And we have to really transcend somehow, this 3D, getting ourselves out of this matrix, somehow. So I think it is important for us. I don't know if, okay. I don't know if, I mean, Um, you get it? So I think that we need to stay present, letting go and trusting, and knowing when the time comes, it's something really, very hard for us to do. Uh, just what you do, in the moment you will transcend, in the moment you will have the tools, in the moment you will have the help. Okay, so the sublime, elevate to a high degree of moral or spiritual purity or excellence. I'm wondering, is the sublime or the sublime? Okay. Anyway, you understand me, yes? In aesthetics, the sublime is the quality of greatness, whether physical, moral, intellectual, metaphysical, aesthetic, spiritual, or artistic. The term especially refers to a greatness beyond all possibility of calculation, measurement, or imitation. Another concept that has been born from experience in art and which is considered as a category is sublime. This word comes from the Latin sublimis, which means elevated, which rises or elevates from the ground. You understand? Getting out of this matrix, yeah, not being part of the 3D, elevates you, it changes your perception. Now you can confront whatever is in front of you. You are unstoppable, okay? And a kind of the fear disappear suddenly. You're not related more, to the 3D as the same way. You don't see it the same way. It can be a rainbow, a starry sky, or it can also be applied to certain human actions, such as what some men have done to risk or sacrifice their lives. The sublime then applies to that which is endowed with great power and grandiosity, and that overshadows our limitation as humans. The feeling that springs before the sublime is that of admiration. A man who is from his precariousness and limitation to something that which is very high, that goes out of the everyday and normal. Okay? So you go beyond this world somehow. Again, you change your glasses. Yes, now you can see it in a completely different way. Now you are more connected to who you are. That's why I insist with this: discover your purpose. Connect with your passion. What is your number one passion, for example? What would you do even if you don't get paid? This is very important. We have to keep our minds busy. We have to be busy being happy. The sublime, like the other categories, is a concept product of a human experience that overwhelms the individual. That is, before a starry sky, a phenomenon completely of nature, if there were no human beings to see and experience it, there would be no one who admired it or been sublime. Because the experience of the sublime is only a human experience. It exists only by men and for men. So it is a human experience, and at the same time, it transports you. You can transcend, the 3D world. Okay? So some objects elaborated by man creatively produce sublimity in human beings. Some works of art elevate us above our own limits, snatch us away by their greatness or infinity. It shakes us. Experiences that are accompanied not by the clouding of conscience, but by the joyful contemplation of grandiosity. Yeah. So, for example, in my experience, I was seeing the hurricane as grandiose, okay, as an experience, where you actually become even more humble. Yes. You become more humble. Why? Because you see the power of nature and you realize you're nothing, okay, physically, okay? So, how can we not feel sublime before St. Peter's Dome in Rome or the pyramids in Egypt? I can tell you that, or Beethoven's 19th Symphony, yeah? The thinkers who have studied the category of the sublime in the history of aesthetics are the pseudo Longinus in the first century, Edmund Burke and Kant in the 18th century, and Hegel in the 19th century, and Nikolai Hartmann in the 20th century. Okay, so it comes to give example or something, but listen to this. Burke also distinguishes the sublime from the beautiful. The sublime objects are dark and of great dimensions. The beautiful ones are clear, light, delicate, and relatively small. The sublime is different from the beautiful and also produces different feelings. The beautiful pleases, gives pleasure. The sublime produces a relative pleasure or moderate pain, causes delight. Kant also distinguishes the beautiful and the sublime, but arguing that in beauty there is limitation, and in the sublime there is no limitation. Hegel considered that aesthetic category that governs in ancient Oriental art is that of the sublime. And he considers that sublimity implies, on the part of man, the feeling of his own finitude and of his unsurmountable estrangement from God. I told you there are very difficult words for me right now, right here. Too philosophical, yes? As we have seen, the feeling of sublime is presenting in the relationship between the greatness and infinity of a work of art and the limited human forces. You understand what I mean? You connect with something beyond human. Okay? Man rises in the contemplation of the sublime. So it is a way of elevating yourself, of not being so engaged with the day to day here, or limited, by our thoughts and our emotions. Okay? Okay, so let's see, Ruby. I don't want to lose the question, so I'm gonna put it right here. Ciao from Italia. Oh, Ruby. Ruby is from Italy. Grazie, Ruby. Okay. Mabel, kindly answer my question. I'm fearless. However, from time to time, I experience anxiety. Why? My heart begins to accelerate. I meditate daily throughout the day. Is anxiety a fear connected? Maybe not. Maybe it's just a memory replaying, Ruby. The thing is, don't try to understand it. That's sometimes our problem. We try to understand why. If I'm fearless, why? Where is this coming from? I want to know. I want to understand. No, in those moments you say, God, this is too much for me. I thought I was ready to let go of this, but okay, I'm willing to keep cleaning. And you give it to God. Let go, observe, but do not engage. Oh, here I am again. My heart is accelerating or whatever. But you observe. You are not your anxiety. That's the most important, Ruby. Okay. I don't know what Janet said this. I don't know if you made another comment, not just for anyone, but for everyone. Not just for anyone, okay, maybe she's correcting my English. Thank you. Maybe, I think. Not anyone, but everyone. Okay. Um, and here is PT. Hi, Mabel. Thank you for being here and sharing with us again today. It is important, PT, and again, I am part of the Conscious Life Expo this weekend, but I always, think of my commitment with you Saturday mornings, and I'm here for you. But important, you don't depend on me, and you don't depend on me showing up or not showing up for you to do the work. Okay? Very, very important. We are in a time that all the work is individual, is personal, is between us and God. So that is very important. Thank you, Ruby. Okay, so what I was going to say, we are going to do the breathing. And again, like I said today, it might be a little bit shorter than usual. We are going to do that, but that's why I just want to mention my, two things. I need to say thank you so much to everybody that is claiming the gifts in mabelkatz.com. Okay, up there it says gifts. Because when you claim your gifts that are part of my books and audios, you give us your email, and now you are part of our family. In which way we can communicate with you? This channel could go anytime. I mean, things are happening, so we have to be ready. We have to think of things like that. Okay, if we cannot connect here, how we are going to connect? So, for example, if I have your email, maybe we still can connect, okay, and communicate. So, thank you to all of you that sign up to receive the gifts and gave me your. So, we don't bother with things or anything. We just keep you informed, okay, of things coming, opportunities, and things like that. So, mabelkatz.com and click on gifts or claim your gift, I think it says. Now, we do have our beautiful Ho'oponopono family, our sacred membership. Okay. And thank you to all of you that are joining us. You know that part of that is my monthly class, part of the resources, because you have inspirational cards. That's what I need to ask. Sorry. I needed to ask something. Okay. And now I remember, so I wrote it down. So, our Ho'oponopono family. Okay. So the resources, the daily inspirational cards, the weekly audios, the library with plenty of videos. The way to communicate privately, yes, within each other, and ask for cleaning requests in our sacred forum, okay, that cleans 24/7. But as part of the membership, we have our monthly Q&A. And I forgot to change this. Are you ready to let go of stress? Was last month, but this month, and I forgot to change the title, but this month is about make your life easier. Making your life easier. See, so the sublime somehow it takes us, yes, of how you can perceive life in a completely different way, how you can be more proactive, yes, and be more ready for the things that we need to face in our life. So it all depends on your perception and everything. So it has to do also with letting go of stress. We have to keep, letting go of stress. But the theme of this month for the Q&A is making your life easier. Okay? And you get all the resources that I mentioned before for 30 days. Okay? So I hope to see you. The class this month is this Thursday at 1 p.m. Los Angeles time. Okay? So this Thursday, I hope I answer all the questions. I stay as long as it takes to answer all the questions. And you can send them before the class. I will read them and answer during the class. You get the recording. Or you can be live and you can type it in the chat or the Q&A section, or you can talk to me if you want to, and that's directly. Okay? So those are all your choices right now. And I'm sure you have other choices too, but that's from me. Let's do the breathing. Remember, back straight, feet on the floor, three fingers, Okay, and then we interlock it to form the infinity sign. We just put it on our lap or wherever, on your legs, wherever feels comfortable. When we do this breathing ha, we are cleaning, because breathing ha is a Ho'oponopono tool. And what we do is we breathe and count. That's it. Okay. And the way we do it is, when we inhale through the nose, we count 7. So I inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I hold my breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I exhale through the nose too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I hold again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But that's one time. We do that 7 times. If you are in a safe place, please close your eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Jorgelina says, thank you for making our life easier. Yes, and as I was what it came to me while I was doing, it's, in order to make your life easier, you have to maintain calm. So are you ready to let go of stress? Is part of this class too. Okay, because we have to stay calm. Okay. Hi, Mabel. I have downloaded your cool Ho'oponopono application. Just wanted to know, what is the fleur de lis signs represent? Okay. Go to Peace Within is World Peace. Okay. That's my World Peace campaign. And the fleur de lis is a cleaning tool that I got in Israel many, many years ago. And that when I shared with Dr. Ihaliakala, he gave me a whole meditation that he got on the fleur de lis. Very important right now for the times that we are living. And but there, I tell you about the fleur de lis. I tell you about my experience. So Peace Within is worldpeace.com. Okay, so you will find it. Yeah, the fleur de lis is part of my application, my phone application. I highly recommend it, to be calm in those moments that you cannot. Okay, Ruby, for your anxiety, my application can help. Okay, so you type anxiety there, or whatever comes to you. You follow your own inspiration, and then you can erase it with the ocean, or send it with a balloon, or what else, or use the fleur de lis or the eraser. Yeah, you have an eraser there for your anxiety. Thank you, Dikla, for reminding me. Thank you. Okay, I can just show up tomorrow. I think so, Mina. I think you can. But if you go to Conscious Life, or I'm sure there is something here in my website, I mean, in my social media, that tells you, if my people, I hope my people can put you a link if you want uh, to register online. Okay. But I'm sure there will be room. Okay. Vida Volinte from Belgrade. Thank you so much. Vala. Okay. I believe in Ho'oponopono. What Eva says. I believe in Ho'oponopono. Thank you for attention. Love you. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Somebody put something here about the traveling. I'm gonna answer this way. Let's see if I can find it. I am traveling to places where they don't ask for certain things. I hope that answers your question. Okay, Eva. Okay. Okay, you were the one that was saying about I believe in Ho'oponopono. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. I do travel, but places that they don't is not mandatory certain things. Okay, fearless. Okay, so I think I answered, but again, if you want to join me for the monthly class, I can talk more freely about certain things. Um, Excellent idea. Ruby, yes, you are gonna love it because in those moments you're gonna laugh. You're gonna have the anxiety, but you're gonna laugh. It will change completely your mood, your state of being, your emotions, and everything. I think it could really, really help you. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna say the piece of eye, and lately I've been reading it because I don't know why sometimes I'm getting confused. But thank you so much. So I hope to see you tomorrow or Thursday. Thursday is our English class. Friday is our Spanish. But Thursday, 1 p.m. LA, and you get all the resources from I'm joining all. Yeah, Unconscious Life Expo live streaming too. So there is no I'm gonna put this. This is where you can find out about the membership, our sacred Ho'oponopono family, and the information you get the Q&A when you sign up for a month, and you get all the resources. So you don't have, and you get discounts, 30%, I think, on the digital. So I mean, just by getting the 30% discount on the digital, and you already pay for the membership. Okay, guys, love you. The peace of I. Peace be with you, all my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am. The peace for always, now and forever and evermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. Not the world's peace, but only my peace, the peace of I. God bless you, love you, share this, go and claim the gift, mabelkatz.com. Let's stay connected different ways, okay? See you soon.